name is Temiloluwa Oyeniyi, and actually the convener of Teens Banquet. And Teens Banquet was established last year, 2019, and we had our first event last year. So because of social distancing and because of the COVID-19 pandemic, we had to switch to Instagram Live. So I hope this program, this live event, gets to the necessary coffers. And of course, what I read earlier is uh, the testimony of a young girl, or let me say the protest of a young girl who who was so passionate about making good of what she has passion for. And this is the reason why some of us, I mean, passionate leaders around the country, in different states of the country, we came together to have this initiative called Teens Banquet. And of course, today we'll be having special speakers who are passionate about teenagers, especially the young Nigerians generally. And these speakers are going to be speaking today. The first person um, is the CEO of Kedari Films, Making a Difference Africa, and he's so passionate about the youth, and through him, capacities have been built. And I'm talking about no other person but Tola Bolaji, and of course, I'll be inviting him up. Is our first speaker for today, and the second speaker is used to be the president of the premier university. I'm talking about University of Ibadan between the year 2016 and 2017 academic session. His name is Ojo Aderemi, and of course there's a wonderful lady, a beautiful young woman who is so passionate about leadership that I once met last year. Her name is Chineye Nzom. I wouldn't know if I got that right. Is the executive director and founder of Volunteers of Africa. So very soon we'll be bringing the speakers up. I hope the teenagers are here now. I hope they are live and they are watching us. And today's this year's theme is actually unleashing the potential of Nigeria, the stance of teenagers or adults, and which we subheaded with leadership and finding purpose. So I hope that these passionate leaders will get through to the teenagers today. So I will be bringing up Mr. Tola Bolaji. Like I said earlier, is the founder of MAD Africa, that is Making a Difference Africa, and is so passionate about teenagers and youth, and through him capacities have been built. I'm trying to get through to him now. Teenagers today. Still trying to get through to him. Okay, I think it will be on in a jiffy. He'll be discussing with us purpose, finding purpose, because it has been observed over the years that many young Nigerians don't know how to find purpose, and as a matter of fact, some are living their lives in a misplaced purpose. So that's why we are bringing him up. But not to worry, I'll be bringing on the next speaker, and I'm sure he will join us soon. I'll be bringing up Ojo Aderemi, who was the former president of University of Ibadan between year 2016 and 2017. Sure. That's so much. Ojo Aderemi, please, if you can hear me, um, please, I need you to show up now. Okay, I guess it's also having a kind of network interruption. Okay, I guess I don't have any other choice than to proceed. Okay, I guess Ojo Aderemi too is is out of network. There's a kind of network interruption from his own end too. So I don't have any other choice than to connect with Chineye. I hope Chineye is here too. Okay, Chineye Nzom is like I said earlier. Hello, hi.
I've been sitting here waiting patiently. I guess I don't know what's happening, but I had to just go find a place where I can just get good network.
Yes, I guess the other two speakers are having network issues.
Yeah, I
So
guess.
I'm sorry for barging into you like that.
And it's fine as I've been here since then.
So let's go off straight to what we have now. I understand that you are the executive director and the founder of Volunteers of Africa, and I wouldn't know how did you come about this?
Okay. Okay, so first off, thank you so much for having me here. It's a huge pleasure to be here. And I'm someone that is very passionate about the teenage age because I think that is more like a formative age where people can either make or mar their future. And I can tell you that you're doing an amazing job. Kudos to everybody that has put this together at Teens Banquet. You all are amazing. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's talk about how I came about Volunteers of Africa. So in 2014, yeah, so 6 years ago, I attended an event where like that was I was trying to like understand what I wanted to do in life, and, understand what my purpose was in life. I really wanted to understand. And I was like, okay, fine, let me just go to this event because I was more like a child that they always lock inside, like come on, get inside, you get. So well, I was always indoors, but I was like, if I continue like this, I don't know what will become of me. And I had this passion that I want to be someone great. I don't just want to be a random person. You get. So from there, I decided that okay, I will attend that event. And after the event, they give us like a form to fill that if you're interested in being a financial partner or being a volunteer. So I was like, okay, let me just put in that I'll be a volunteer because at that time I was still very young. I didn't have money. I could not be a financial partner. The only thing I could do was just to volunteer and give my time. So I said, okay, let me volunteer. And after the whole program, they said, if you know you've put in to be a volunteer, please wait. So I waited. And after that, funny enough, I met with the founder of the program, the executive director, and all that. And the person liked me immediately. I was like, okay, Chineke, you're going to be helping us do this, do that, do that. And from there, I started having this confidence in myself that yes, I can do anything. So he randomly give me a job. He said, Chineke, you're going to be anchoring the event today. And I'm like, Jesus, start me. I don't understand. I don't even know. I don't know what to do. He will just smile and say, you know what, just go ahead and do it. And from there, I started building my self-confidence. I started understanding that at the end of the day, I can do what I want to do. I don't have to like wait for anybody to come and carry me or tell me what to do. So that's how it started for me. That's how the volunteering journey started for me, and it's been a wonderful one. So in 2016, I gained up between 2014 and 2016. I've been volunteering back to back in different places, and I've been meeting amazing people. I've been learning from people there. But in 2016, I got admission to University of Ibadan, and almost every weekend I had to travel down to Lagos to volunteer because I had events, and I'm like, I'm not doing anything in school during the they already made because of how very experienced I was in the volunteering sector. They made me most times the head of volunteers. In this, but I've never heard anybody talk about volunteering. What's happening? Is it that these young people don't want to even do anything or what? I'm like, okay, if nobody's starting, I'm going to be I'm going to be, starting up a volunteering organization where I'm going to be telling people about how volunteering helped me, how we like how expose a large, network of amazing people that are still helping me in my life now. So I started and how I put out that okay, to show you your interest. Yeah, so I put out like a link, I put it register, and feedback was amazing. But starting up was not easy because people were like, how people just wake up and say she wants to have an organization that does things for free. They lie. Someone even said I was a scam. I want to use people to make money. I want to use people to become popular. Like no, I just saying all sorts of things. But I knew what I wanted. I knew why I was doing what I was doing. I was not doing it because of money. I already have some few things I had in place. I was bringing small money for me even while I was in school, right? So many people didn't understand this. I just left them like I'll do what I for people that believe, people that knew that okay, some people knew me already and they didn't actually it seems like someone that actually knows what she's doing, knows what she wants. So they stuck with me and they are most of them are still with me till now. They are still in the organization. And most of them their lives are better. But the funny thing is people that are busy and all that, they actually want to come back. They want to come and volunteer. We're still thinking about them. But they were like, that's how it started. And trust me, it's been amazing. Being rewarded. The fact that I'm able to get young people together to volunteer and they tell me, oh, Chine, I was able to do this and so because I went to volunteer. Oh, because of volunteers, I'm able to get this job. Because I told them I'm part of the volunteers. They said, wow, you're part? Yeah. So we are taking this job. And all that. So that's how we started this.
Okay, thank you for for that, Ma. It's been a journey, I must say, and let me not say I envy you though, but you have been like a role model since I met you. It has been observed that many young people don't know how to to find purpose. Some are even trapped in misplaced purpose. So, as as a leader, how did you find purpose? Or let me say, how can one find purpose?
Okay, okay. So purpose is a broad topic. People will talk about finding purpose, doing purpose, and all that. So I'll just basically say that what the meaning of purpose is the reason why something is created, right? What something is supposed to be like. Um, someone says, okay, so I saw some. I'm seeing someone's comment. Sorry, I'm distracted. Person wrote volunteering seemed like a waste of time and money to me until now. Wow. Thank you so much for that feedback. Okay, so as I was saying, right? Most people just say oh, purpose, purpose, purpose. What exactly is this purpose? It just simply means why you're created, why you're on earth. And the different ways you can find purpose is first of all, what are you passionate about? What do you love to do? Do you understand? What are those things that you see and you just always want to like now? I knew that I love to see people happy. I love to hear people share their worries with me. I love to see people do great. So I know that okay, I have a calling in building people. I also have a calling in making sure that people are not depressed, are not confused in life. And I see myself as someone that is a guide to always help people to be able to stay strong, stay happy, and also navigate their path in life. Do you understand? So your purpose can come into it can come is something you're very passionate about that you always want to do, and that can also come as a result of pain. So, for example, this can come as a result of maybe you are someone that you come from a broken home and you say that you're not comfortable with that, you don't like it. So you're like, okay, I'm going to put everything in place to train young people on what to do to be sure that the person they want to get married to, the person they're supposed to get married to, teach them on how and what family should be like. Do you understand? So it can also come from maybe you will go to the hospital and you see how doctors and nurses are treating people, and you're like, okay, I'm going to take this upon myself to ensure that there is optimum health care wherever I find myself. So you're putting things in place, you're going up and down, getting funds, going here and there and all that. So it can also be that you had a very rough childhood. Maybe I'm going to ensure that here and there to teach people what consent is all about. You understand? So it can come from what you're passionate about and can also come from your pain. So if you're seeing something that you're always complaining about, it can be your purpose. So instead of you complaining, why don't you find a solution to it? So if it's something that you're not compatible with, find a solution. Call people around. Let us do this. You see that when you do it, instead of you complaining and feeling sad, you will start feeling fulfilled. That yes, I'm able to provide solution to problems in my environment. Do you understand? So that's how it works.
Yeah.
So as much as people are saying, "Oh, purpose, purpose, purpose," this thing is actually easy for me because if you have something that you're passionate about, if you have something that anytime you do, you're always happy, it means that that is what you're supposed to be doing. Do you understand? And finding purpose does not mean you have to go and open an NGO because when people say, "I'm passionate about teenagers," let me go and open an NGO. I'm passionate about children, let me go and open an NGO. I'm passionate about women, widows. It, your purpose may not just be only about your passion can be right. You use your writing to reach. Do you understand? So your purpose can also be your speaking that like healing healing wounds. Do you understand? So when we say purpose, we're always thinking that maybe if I'm passionate about something, I have to go and open an NGO for it. No. It can be just that in your corner you're writing, you're a very good writer. And when you write, when people read your write-ups, people's lives are changed. That can be your purpose in life. I don't think Jesus opened an NGO and he lived a very purposeful life, right? Yes, it was going
Yeah.
up and down, healing the sick, raising the dead. That was his own purpose in life, with the little life he lived. Do you understand? So, as much as people are always talking about purpose, 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 ensure that you're not just because of everybody's doing something, you not say it you want to do. You have to because you're different in your way. So people are very good in uh, writing. I'm not so good in writing. I just write. But there's some people that if you read their write-ups, hey, you'll be like Jesus. How can someone be so creative? Wow. Some people are very passionate in organizing. If they enter anywhere like this, they will turn that place. If the place is looking like a very rough, they will turn that place to almost heaven. Maybe shock that wow, I'm not like that. I'm very scattered. Do you understand? So your gifts, your everything you're doing from when you as you're growing up, you're seeing things that you love, you're seeing things that you don't love, you're seeing everything. It is everything that will form your purpose in life. Do you understand? So it's actually you don't have to say, oh, everybody's writing me, my purpose is writing. No, it seems PR is what everybody's doing now. My purpose is in PR. I see everybody's doing video now. Me too, my own purpose is in YouTube. He deposited something different in you. Do you understand? So as much as possible, hold on to what God has created in you. As opposed for me, if you wake me up from sleep and tell come and tell me to start talking, I'm ready to talk. I don't even need to read anything. For this program, I know that I just going through some of my books so that when I'm talking, I'm not just using simple terms. But I don't when I'm doing my programs, I rarely hold a book. I write from my head because all these things I know them off the top of my head. This is what I do every day. So I don't even need to read or practice anything because this is what
All
I
right.
know that I do.
Yeah, I get it. I got two things from you. You are your own gift, and find out what you're passionate about. So I like that aspect. So there's this controversy in the society now that female are not supposed to be in post of leadership. So I want to ask you, just to help talk to our young girls out there. You are leading an organization of more than 1,000 persons, and it has been wonderful because I always go through your profile. So, being a leader of this organization, how
Okay.
how how can you define leadership? Is it just something that is meant for the male, or something that is meant for the female, or anybody who just has passion for leadership can? And how have you been able to manage these people? There are tons of people in your organization. How have you been able to manage them?
Hmm. Okay, so let me start by saying that um you need to change everybody needs to change that mentality that only men should be in leadership. There's no way it is written. Nobody wrote it anywhere that a man should be the one in leadership. No. As a lady, you can lead. It just depends on, first of all, you being strong. And maybe not just being strong, you knowing where you're headed. Because as a leader, the first thing is you need to have self-leadership. That's number one. You should be able to lead yourself as a man or as a lady. For you to come out and say, yes, I want to lead a team, it means you're able to lead yourself. Self-leadership is key, right? Good. So if anybody can lead themselves, and they are very sure about that, then they can lead a group of people. So people are always saying, "Oh, girls, they are emotional, they cannot lead. Guys are more logical." Because I don't see that as true. Because every time since when I was in primary, secondary school, I've always led. Every time I find myself, I lead. Like I think I'm a natural leader. I don't know, but then it's something I've always loved to do. And many people have, I rarely hear people say she cannot lead or she don't know what she's doing. I rarely hear that. So the thing is, as a lady, it is very difficult because there is this stereotype the world has put upon you that you are a weaker vessel. So you need to now step out and show people that you know your game. And how can you do this? You need to go and read and take courses to make you a very exceptional leader. Because it's not easy. Imagine as a lady, you're talking to men. Because, sorry to say, men have this kind of mentality that she's a lady, how can she come and lead? No, bring me now. She's not a girl, a lady. How do you expect her to come and lead me? That's how some men think. And that's how it has been, and for a long time it's going to be like that. So for you to now come out and say you want to lead, you have to be exceptional. And how can you do that? First of all, you need to know how to manage people. You need to understand that people are your assets. So it's not just about the glam, the glitter. Oh, I'm a leader. No, you need to be able to know how to lead your people and how to influence them. Um, Recently on my Twitter page, yesterday I shared one post, and the post was talking about leadership does not coerce, does not cajole. Leadership impacts, and impact comes before influence. Do you understand? So as a leader, you need to first of all know how to manage people and know how to impact them. It is when people know that you are passionate about their growth and they want to follow you. If she just cares, she only cares about herself. She only cares about herself. She doesn't care about us. So you need to put yourself in such a position where they know that you care about them. There's an opportunity. You're reaching out to them, guys. I saw this opportunity, and I think we need to register for this opportunity. So you're not just amassing people there. You are also inspiring them to be great. Because it's somebody at a higher rank that people want to respect and listen to you. So for me, every damn time I get better. I'm trying to improve. I'm trying to improve my network. I have people that are following me, and they need to see that Chineye is in the forefront. She's leading. So so our next step, I'm not living my life. I don't want to. Do you get? So every time I live there, I'm always very conscious that people are watching. People are seeing me. People are knowing that there's one Chineye that we are following. And I always have to lead with that mindset. So every time I'm walking, I'm like, I need to focus. I need to know that I need to hit a new goal. I need to smash a new goal. I need to do something that will make the people know that it is possible. Do you understand? So once you know how to manage people, that is one. Two, you need to also push yourself, because after impact comes influence. Now you cannot be influential if you don't have anything to show for it. You need to do the things that not everybody is doing. You need to be unique. Let people see that you are always doing different things that are pushing people to see that, like, wow, really? Yes. It's not about saying, I don't want to show for it. You have to show. People have to see. You have to fix it. Tell people, this is what I do. This is how I'm doing it. This is what I'm gaining from it. So whenever I win awards, I'm not just excited I've won an award. I'm excited that my team can see that awards is actually won by people that are actually working hard. They don't just dash awards to people. If you work hard, you get it. Do you understand? So when I get new jobs, I tell them that, guys, I just got this. And I'm not getting this because I'm a fine girl. I'm getting this because I am hardworking. I'm pushing myself to be better every day. I'm learning new things. Do you understand? And next is, when they see you as a leader, they need to see you working. They need to see that thing you are giving to them is something you can actually do. So they're not start feeling that, you just want to give us work and go. No, you need to be able to work on yourself. But they're seeing you and they're like, wow. You need to be able to also work with them. Do you understand? So as anytime I give my team members work, I don't just go and sleep. I'm also like working and saying, guys, see this idea. What do you think about it? Does it make sense? Wow, it makes sense. Thank you. I'm like, thank you. So I don't just let them, I make them see that me too, I'm also working on this. So I'm not just sleeping because I have people that no, I'm also hardworking, trying to think of new ideas, trying to make sure that I'm in vogue, trying to make sure that I'm not just stale. Do you understand? Then,
yes,
I said earlier, ensure that you're exposing. So, see, being a leader, for me, I don't even see it as a gender thing. Once you know your onions, once you know what you want, and once you're skilled, because you need skills, because you're going to meet really crazy people, the good, the bad, and the ugly. They're going to be together. And you need to know how to manage them, or you cannot hate anybody. Yes, because that's what makes you an excellent leader. You need to be very emotionally intelligent to be able to manage the bad people, the good people. In fact, you need to be able to now bring those bad people to become good people. It's your job, because it's your organization. And anything they do, they are projecting your organization. Right? Yeah. So it is very, very, very important. The next thing is you need to be very kind. You need to be kind. When people see, like, you need to be able to project kindness. Let people see you that you're a kind person. Because that is when people want to get at. You're not just someone that will be shouting. Why didn't you put Why? You can talk to people with love. You can lead with love. Let people see that. Like me in VH, when we started, I told them, guys, this organization is an organization of love. Nobody fights here. I gave my rules. And if you want to be part of the organization, you have to play by my rules. And for people to listen to you in that manner, it means that they've seen that you're actually a leader. And they feel that you're actually a nice person, someone that knows how to communicate this and that. Right? I told them that, guys, if you want to be in this organization, you don't fight. Don't fight on the group. Nobody's telling anybody you are this. You are, no, 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 no. If you have any personal issues, tell it to do yourself. If you feel that you cannot settle it, bring it to me as the judge. I'll judge. I will do it. I'll try to settle the matter, but you must not bring such how will I put it, such let's say bad egg or bad blood or bad vibe or bad energy to that organization. No, we're a family of love. So and everybody is like, as I continue to say, it became conscious to everybody knew that okay, we are we're a loving family. We call ourselves the Green Love family. So because we started the organization on February 14th, which is Valentine's Day. And normally Valentine's Day
Wow.
is so, but we tell ourselves that we are the Green Love gang. We love each other. We are a family. And I make sure everybody I treat them like that. So because as much as I'm a lady, I need to understand the fact that I wrote on that post on Twitter recently that as a leader, one thing you need to know is that you need to know when to be strict and you need to know when to be sweet. Because those two are important. You need to know when to be strict. That's standing on your ground. Like when I said, if you know you are going to be in this organization, you have to love, no fighting. If you fight, I remove them. I don't used to waste time. If I see anybody, I will delete you from the group immediately. And if you want to come back, I will going to put you on 3 months suspension. That's how it works. So anybody that fights or anything, they know the consequence. So they better not. Do you understand? So
Yes, I
then
get
I
it.
also know when to be sweet. I know when to say, guys, I'm sorry. I know when to say, like maybe I give someone a job and the person comes and tell me, Sichine, I'm sorry, I've not delivered. I had a very hard time at work and this and I'm like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Don't worry, I'm going to tell someone else to do it. It shows that I'm empathetic, right? It shows that I'm putting myself in their shoes because if I'm having a bad day at work, there's no how I can be able to deliver if I'm the one. Do you understand? So all these things need to be put in place. Then the last one, because I know I've taken so much time, the last one is you need to know when to celebrate your people. It's very important. They need to know that somebody got their back. Like they call Chineye and tell Chineye about their success. Chineye will be over the moon, excited for them. So whenever any of them get to any milestone, I'm always excited. I'm always posting that, guys, guess what? This person is a fellow of VHA. She just bagged an award, so and so. She just got a scholarship, so and so. I'm always excited. They need to know that you are someone that will celebrate them. As much as you're someone that will correct them when they go wrong, you're also someone that will celebrate them when they do right. So they need to know that at every point in time, you've got them. It's very important. Celebrating people. Like imagine someone come and tell you, oh, Timmy, from the blues. Timmy, you are doing amazing. This thing's banquet. I learned so much from you. You're so inspiring. How would you feel? So the same way you feel, make them feel that way. So forget about the fact that people are saying girls cannot believe. It's a lie. If you know what you're doing, if you're passionate about leading people, if you're able to get the right skills, if you're able to get the right mentors to mentor you, you will do exceptionally well. Leadership I don't see it as something that has a gender barrier at all. Just do your thing and watch the universe support you.
All right. Well, very well detailed. In fact, my daughter is almost full, and I'm very sure that our teenagers will want you to be their mentor son. So, on a last note, Teens Banquet is on the move, on a journey to unleash potential leaders in Nigeria. So, a quick one, a very quick one. How do you think we can unleash this potential, even to an extent that will groom leaders. They call the teenagers leaders of tomorrow. They call
Yeah.
them the future. So
Mm.
in Nigeria, would you say that these present teenagers are not ready to take up the position of leadership, and how do you think we can even do more to unleash their potentials?
Okay. So first of all, I would say that there's nothing like leaders of tomorrow. We all are leading already. We are leaders, right? And I know so, and I cannot say that teenagers are not ready. No, I'm seeing young people doing amazing stuff in Nigeria. My younger brother is a teenager and he does great graphics. Do you get? So I have so many people in my corner 12, 11, 13, 14, and they're doing great. Do you understand? So for me, at this banquet, I would love you all to now take this thing very serious. Ensure that you are teaching these teenagers all skills they need to learn, from personal development skills to financial skills. So even this issue of rape that has been going up and down, teaching them, like, it's something that we should sit the boys down and teach them about, because I feel that this is the time that we can catch them young. Catch them young. This is to catch them now to be easy. It's so that it's easier to um build, I think, build children than repair broken men. It's easier to build strong children than repair broken men. There are many broken people out there. So now is the time now to teach them all skills they need to get from school, skills, educational skills, finance skills, teach them how to save, teach them how to manage money now, so that when they grow up, they squander money and become broke and start stealing. Yeah. Teach them how to what consent means. When someone says no, no means no. Like, so many things to teach, so many. So please, at any point in time, teach these teenagers that they are not too young. Many people think, oh, I'm still 14, I'm young. They are not young. In America, go and check what 14-year-olds are doing. So anytime they have any gift, enhance it. Ask them, how can you be of help to them? Support them. Because that is the only way you can actually push for the future. Because these guys, as much as I'm saying that they are leaders of now, these are people that are coming to take over, and that's why I'm very passionate about teenagers. I like to speak with them. I like to know what they are thinking. I like to involve them in what I'm doing. Why? Because I feel that they're the ones that are coming to replace us. They're the ones that are coming to take up these spaces that we are opening up. You get? So as much as possible, don't stop what you're doing. Keep pushing, keep doing it. Even if you, and I want to speak with everybody, because everybody feels that it's until they have a large crowd that they can be able to, and talk or impact people. No, you can start with one person. Just look at one teenager in your neighborhood and say, this person, I take interest in her or him. I'm going to make sure that I teach him or her everything I know. So you're starting every day. You're teaching her, you're buying them books. You are taking them to events. You are saying, oh yeah, what have you learned today? You're asking them questions. They're telling them, oh yeah, ask me any question about what do you want to ask. Ask me. Tell me what's going on in your mind. It can be just one or two people. It can be four people. Your neighbor, maybe your neighbor. Your house, they are seeing them always playing with sand. Playing. How have you been educationally? What have you been getting in your school? What has been your scores in your school? What have you been doing? Ask them these questions. And continue to be as all the issues you are facing, from gender-based violence to issue of racism here and there to everything to do. We have neglected the people that are coming to stand in. And whether we like it or not, the world is getting worse. And the only thing we can do is very hard. As much as possible. Let's ensure that we are you can teach them in a day by maybe impacting them, giving them a book and asking them what they gained from it. That is the only thing you can do. I think they're doing really well. So everybody, it's like an assignment I'm giving you. Look for a teenager in your area and train them and be like a mentor to them. That way, you're doing your own part. You're volunteering to get the next generation of good leaders. So, okay.
All right. Thank you very much, Miss Chine. It has been an insightful moment with you, and I appreciate your presence. Okay, so I guess we would have to let you go now for other speakers to come on board. Thank you very much once again, and I've written a lot, and I'm sure the teenagers have, you know, I've learned a lot too, even youth, because we also have youth in our midst. So I'm very sure they've learned a lot. Thank you very much. So we hope
Thank
that
you.
when next we call you, you grant her
Yeah,
request, ma'am.
I will be here. I will be here. Thank you so much. I really
All right.
appreciate you. Yeah, bye bye.
Yes, ma'am. Bye.
Yeah.
So um, that's a wrap. I've written a lot, but one thing that I learned from Miss Chinne is the fact that teenagers are leaders of now. So teenagers, you can hear it. I have some teenagers around me here in my company. Teenagers, you can hear it. You are leaders of now, and try to self-develop yourself. Try to ensure that you have self-development and know your skill, know what God has given you, know the gifts God has given you. So right about now, let me check if Mr. Ojo. Okay, so I have Mr. Ojo Aderemi. I wouldn't know if he can hear me. I have Ojo Aderemi. Ojo Aderemi, like I said earlier, was the former president of the Premier University, University of Ibadan, between year 2016 and 2017. He's been a passionate leader, a politician. I'm very sure he's fully loaded with his political insight today. To give to our teenagers, to educate our teenagers more on leadership. Ojo Aderemi, hi.
Hello, good morning.
I'm good. It's good to have you here. It's good to have you here. I hope
Okay,
I hope you can hear me. I hope the network at your hand is good.
I think the network is misbehaving here. Wait, can
Yes,
you hear me
yes, I
now?
can hear you clearly. I can hear you clearly. So I said it's good to have you here. I know you always
Okay,
have this
all right,
schedules, so it's good to have you here, sir.
all right. Thank you.
Okay, so let's go to I know loaded with some leadership skills. I guess the network from your hand is not too good, but I hope we can.
Okay,
Oh, okay. I said I know you are fully loaded to educate our teenagers on some leadership ideas from your experience. So let's start straight up. We know you are the former president of the Premier University, and research confirmed it that you were one of the best leaders at the time. I mean, that's a big deal. So I went through your profile and I figured that you have been doing a lot well. I've been working with you for some time now, and I've heard you speak, I've heard you do your thing. So I want to ask, what triggered this crave for political leadership?
Okay, thank you very much for that introduction. Well, the first thing I'd like to note here is that my father had a tremendous impact on me while I was growing up. I guess I mean. Okay, so he had a tremendous impact on me. He had a library, a small library in his room. That was where I grew up. Sort of, I was reading his books. I mean, books that were meant for university students. I was reading in primary and secondary school, and I read a lot of biographies. So that really motivated me. The second thing is that I traveled a lot. As a kid, traveled with my mother to see my father in several places where he was posted. So he he is like the center of the uh, impact that I've had since I was very young. Now, thirdly, as an individual, personally, I think that's a God-given gift. I have a heart for people. I have a heart for good leadership. I believe so much that Africa, Nigeria is workable, and I've been walking along that line for a very long time. I've been trying to train myself um, along that line for so long, and I've also decided to start giving my enough uh, that we complained in the past. Now this is the present time. Let us change things. Let us go there. Let us jump into the mud and try to get things done. So those were really the motivating things. Other people's biographies, my teachers. I met some teachers who were really, really great. I had great teachers. So
All right. So that has been quite, eventful for you. So I want to quickly ask, looking at the present situation of Nigeria, the shortcomings of our leaders and all. So, what would you say? How would you, coach our leaders of now, just like Miss Chine has made it known? How how can we train our leaders of now? I guess the network is somewhat not favorable. Network is not good. Not good at all. Ah, network. Okay, I guess the network from Ojo Aderemi is not quite good. So I think he wants us to add him again. So I'll be having Ojo Aderemi again. Sure, you know. Oh, you know. Ojo Aderemi is having network issues. Is having network issues. I wish network issues is not you know because he has a lot to discuss. He has a lot to discuss. So I guess he went to fix the network issues around his area. So um, okay, okay, while we wait for Ojo Aderemi, I think we need to go on a short break to fix the network issues. But before we go, from what Chine has said, she made mention that purpose is something you're passionate about. For those that are just joining us, I want to give us updates. Something you are passionate about, and whenever you do it, you feel fulfilled. You know, It's about discovering yourself. You are your own gift. She said you are your own gift. So it's about discovering that gift in you. Then she mentioned self development. Before you can become a leader, you must have you must have that self leadership. You should be able to lead yourself. You should be able to stand as a leader who is going to impact life, who is going to inspire people. Then she made mention of reading. You have to read, take courses to make an exceptional leader. You have to keep improving yourself through reading. And of course, we can't do anything without reading. Teenagers, it's very important. You have to start reading books. From what Ojo Aderemi even said, she said one of the things that encouraged him, one of the things that made that crave possible was because he started reading. And then Miss Chine made it known that know how to manage people. It's very important. Personnel management. It's very important. Know how to manage people. You need to push yourself. You need to keep pushing. Then you have to work with your people. You have to work with them. Once you know what you want, then it is very easy to communicate what you want. So then there's the need for there's the need to correct the notion that just the female just the male gender has the capability to lead. They have the logistical ideas to lead. But then she advised that girls should be emotional and intelligent. It's very important. Then she made mention that be very kind, be a very kind person, be project kindness, deal with people with love, deal with them in love, know when to be strict and know when to be sweet. Wow, I love that. Know when to be strict and know when to be sweet. Then know when to celebrate people. Many people are looking up to you. They want you to be their mentor. So know when to celebrate them, know when to be strict, know when to be sweet. So I want you to start using the hashtag. The hashtag is hashtag LF20. Hashtag LFP 2020. You can follow us on Twitter, you can follow us on Facebook. you know get people informed with these points. Tell others about this points, these skills. So I guess we'll be back shortly, but before then I want to give you a take home. Use the hashtag on your platform, like I said, and anyone who is willing to give the summary of or the whole session, the summary of the lecture, because we are having network issues. The summary of the lecture, please forward it to our social media platform, which will be posted very soon. Just forward it to it. There are freebies for teenagers who can give a back-to-back summary of the sessions of today. So I'm very sure by the time we come back, Ojo Aderemi you know would have had the opportunity to fix his network issues. So I will leave you to the fact that you need to um, be self-developed before you can become a leader. And so don't forget, use the hashtag LFPP, hashtag LFPP on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. Just use the hashtags. All right, so I'm going to be handing it now, and we'll come back very shortly. So we'll need to check up on Ojo Aderemi if he has been able to find a solution to his network issues. Thank you very much. Please stay connected. Keep the fingers crossed, please. Tolabolaji is the founder, the Africa, and Tolabolaji is the founder of Making a Difference Africa. He's also the founder of Kedari Films. So Tolabolaji will be exposing us to on how to find purpose, on how to find purpose. He's a life coach, and I've known him for years now. He's been an amazing public speaker, and he's been an amazing mentor. He's been an amazing mentor. like I said, and he's been an actor, a a playwright, a producer of many movies, and a member of Tampan. Tola, please, we need you back online. We need you back online. Okay. I guess he will soon join us. He was online before, but I guess the network from his side. Okay, we are waiting for Tola Bolaji to reconnect. We are waiting for Tola Bolaji. Sorry for the delay. You know, network has a way of taking its turns. Okay, I guess Ojo Aderemi has joined again. I guess Ojo Aderemi has joined again. Join too. So we are waiting for Ojo Aderemi. I think he's been able to fix the network issues. So we'll just do a quick one with Ojo Aderemi. So hi, have you been able to fix the network issues?
Partially.
Okay, all right. Sorry to bother you. I know you have busy schedules, but you know, we
No
just have to.
problem.
All right. So
Of
like
course.
I was saying earlier, you are the former president of the Premier University, and research confirmed that you were one of the best leaders at the time, which means a very big deal. So what triggered? I said you mentioned um, what triggered the crave for a political leadership. Now, we want you to tell us, looking at the present situation of the country, considering that you know there have been shortcomings on the part of our leaders. So, how can we? What are some skills that are needed not to fall into the same trap by the teenagers? What are some things to put in place as leaders? What are some things to know beforehand?
Okay, thank you very much. I think one thing we do not get as individuals who are aspiring for leadership is that we need to fix ourselves first. One of the hallmarks, one of the pointers to leadership development in Western nations, especially, or countries where um, things are working, Asia, Europe, and the rest, and other countries where things are working, emphasis on that, is that the leaders are disciplined. There is need for you to discipline yourself first. You cannot, Nigeria is not, to be honest, Nigeria is not a more important problem than you personally. So if you want to become a great leader, if you want to change things, you have to fix yourself. So it starts from the individual level. Then when we talk about fixing yourself, you want to be disciplined. You want to be selfless. You cannot be a selfish person. You cannot be self-centered and fix the problem of Nigeria. So things like that. So you need to have personal discipline. The next thing is that you must have personal convictions. You must be convicted. You must have convictions regarding some of your values, some of your principles. While I was still, I think, 18 years or thereabout, I wrote something on Facebook. I said, may I perish if I ever steal a kobo from my country's treasury. That was a time when I was forming my principles, and I Somebody went to, immediately I won as president of the Students' Union, somebody went to dig that post up and wrote an article about it and said, we are watching. So, so I feel that, yeah, these are the very important part of the life of a leader, or someone who wants to change the country, or some of the things that we need to do to change the country about ourselves. I mean, the self is very, very important. Another thing is that you cannot invent history from your be a reader. You need to be a good reader of stories. You may need to understand their pattern of life. You may need to draw inspiration from them. There are several people like that. You can follow their pattern. You have Yusufzai Malala, that young girl. She was a teenager when she won the Nobel Prize. I think she's the youngest winner of a Nobel Prize in history. You want to follow people like Lehman Bowie. You want to follow people like Matai Gary. Stories of people like Nelson Mandela will shape you. So another
So, okay, I guess Ojo is having network issues again. Uh, you know how this network can get. I'm so sorry. And we are having an interesting moment with Ojo. I guess the network issues around him is not too good. It's not too good. So I think we just have to wait for him. We just have to wait for him. Okay, I guess Tola Bolaji has been able to connect again. He's been able to connect again. Good afternoon, sir. Uh,
Good afternoon. Can you hear me clearly?
yes, I can hear you clearly.
Yeah, I
I can
apologize. My network also was misbehaving. I apologize for that.
okay. All right, sir. So, everybody, this is Tola Bolaji. Like I said earlier, is the executive founder of Making a Difference Africa, which I am one of the members, and he's also the founder of Harry Films. He's a playwright, a teacher, and a producer. User. So, Tola Bolaji, a very quick one. It has been observed that many young people don't know how to find purpose, and some are even trapped in misplaced purpose. So, as a life coach, how would you find purpose, and how can one find purpose?
Thank you very much. Um, we can't go outside of God in our search for purpose because you see, God is the creator of man, and he alone knows what was in his mind when he decided to say, let us make man in our own image. The purpose of the thing, usually, if you buy an electronic, you will see it in the owner's manual, where you will have certain description on how the gadget will operate, and instructions on how to operate the gadget and the do's and don'ts thereabout. So first and foremost, before you can find purpose, you need to know what is purpose. So purpose is therefore your God's given agenda, meaning that divine agenda for your life. And in searching for purpose, you must understand what I just did was that I call it the science of purpose. You must understand the basic breakdown of purpose, and that is vision, mission, commission, omission, and provision. As we go on in the program, I actually break them down. But let me first start with vision. Vision is what did God have in mind for making man? And if you look in the book of Genesis, you will understand that God wanted to create a being like himself that will create on earth a similitude of heaven. And that is why so there are some areas on earth, Eden, Jerusalem, they are also in heaven. So what God did was to create like himself a God on earth. So the sole purpose of this is to have an habitat where he can come for visitation and come for vacation. So if we now look at the concept of purpose, we now say, all right, there is a general purpose, which is for the purpose of which the purpose of God is to have a domain and have fellowship. The purpose of God is to have a place he can call his own and have the people he can call his own. Now we now come to your mission. Your mission is not your specific assignment in achieving that vision of having an habitat for God and having a people for God. Now you must understand that I am now created to make the vision come to pass. So my mission is now therefore my assignment in making that vision come to pass. I don't know if you get me.
Yes, sir.
Now, how then do you now find purpose? Now, one of the most remarkable things that happened to my life happened in the year 2005. I had it clearly. It was clear. Then let everybody that meets you be better than they were before they met you. I've told a lot of people anywhere I go, and that becomes my summary of my purpose. And that is why I found out that, my accounting certificate may not push my purpose for that. So I have to go into education, I have to go into writing, I have to go into film, anything that gives an opportunity to influence life across development. And if there's any area the devil has attacked me, I've been that area of developing people because that is the core of my purpose. Now, how then do you find purpose? First of all, you find out anything that makes you sad, anything that makes you mad, anything that makes you glad. When you find the average of these three things, you will find your purpose. Now, for example, you show up in an environment and it's so untidy, it's so disorganized, and you irritate you. That you do not like. You see some situation, it makes you sad. My God, what kind of thing is this? And that situation, it makes you happy. And you begin to find out that maybe my calling is organization. You listen to me. The calling, the purpose of Solomon basically was organization. Some people are just there to put things in order, to make sure that blue does not follow a wrong color. Things organized. And in achieving that purpose, I will now make the dream and the larger vision of God come to pass. Some people are dependent. They cannot bear where people are oppressed. Some people, when they enter a place and they see people that have been victimized, it affects them. Some people get traumatized easily when they hear people saying of being affected, raped, or subjected to all form of dehumanization. And you find that when you look closely, you discover that that person's purpose is around that thing that gives them that pain. Why some people, what they just want, they want people to be rich. They hate poverty. They want people to have enough. Why some people, you notice that some people's own can be as mundane as living in an environment. And what I found out is that when people now find out that, my purpose is to be a defender, my purpose is to make people create wealth for people, my purpose is to teach people leadership and direct them the life path. My own purpose is to development to make people better than they were before. That's why I have to be a teacher. Some people's purpose is organization, putting things in their order. And we need everybody. You don't need big English to define your purpose. What gives you joy? What makes you angry? And what is it that you see whenever you see it, it makes you sad? And in finding that out, you can mine out your purpose. And when you now go back to God, just a vision statement like He gave me. Let everybody that meets me be better than they were before they met me. So meaning that everybody that meets me, when they meet me, they look at their before and look at their now and see a positive difference. And that is just finding purpose. I hope that is clear. Find out what makes you angry. When you find the free, you're going to find out that thing that God has called you to. Because your purpose will determine your career. Your purpose will determine the course you will do, the kind of person you will marry. And that is why I have chosen for the past 1 year to only talk about purpose. Because let's just get purpose right. And as black people, if there's one thing we are confused about, we do not know why God made Africa, why God made us black. We don't know. We don't know the purpose of God creating us in Africa. We don't know the purpose of why everything is put in us at this time. And that is why there's a general purpose. Thank you very much. I hope I have been able to answer your question on finding purpose.
All right, thank you very much, sir. I got some things penned down about mission. So, sir, I was privileged to be a student of yours in literature class some years ago, and since then you have been a mentor. So, what would you say are the problems of young Nigerians, and how can it be solved?
Hello?
Yes, did you get me, sir?
Hello?
I said, what would you say are the problems of young Nigerians, and how
I
can
can't
it be
hear you,
solved?
bro.
I said, what would you say are the problems of young Nigerians, and how can it be solved?
Hello?
Did you get me, sir? I said, what would you say are the problems of young Nigerians, and how can it be solved?
I'm coming. I'm coming. Sorry. My Bluetooth is misbehaving, so I had to disconnect it.
Okay, sir. So I said earlier that I was privileged to be a student of yours in a literature class some years ago, and since then you have been a mentor. So what would you say are the problems of young Nigerians, and how can it be solved?
Please, can I get your question again, please?
I said, what would you say are the problems of young Nigerians, and how can it be solved?
Now the problem of young Nigerians, you see, our problem. You see, when you look around or you find that you see a bunch of young people who do not like their color. They want to, if they can be an American today, that would be testimony. Have you ever forgotten that? I hope you have not forgotten the fact that if somebody wins an American lottery, they share the testimony in church. If someone suddenly wins an opportunity to travel abroad, the person share testimony. And at the back of our mind, the problem of the African youth is a concept of value. And that is why you can't create value if you first of all do not know who you are. So first of all, we do not understand why we are Africans, why we are blacks, what is it to be a Nigerian. Two, we do not value it, so we cannot create value. Let me give a prototype example of an average Nigerian youth. Example, oh, what is my dream? Let me go to school. Then I'll get a good course in a university. Let me read very, very well. In case JAM does not give me a course, I will try to get my own course. But in case they can't give me a course, I'll not go and study a course I did not want to do. I will just try my best to graduate with a good grade so that I can get a good job. Once I get a good job, they will be paying me good money. Then I will get married a fine girl or a very handsome man. Then we have beautiful children. Then after that, our children too will go to a very nice school. They too will want to go to school. Then we begin to have that circle of people who just have an average Nigeria. That's our dream. Oh. A better life, earn more, sponsor our children to later school, have money to do all our parties and thereabout. And that part of our culture that focuses on creative value has been eroded because, first of all, we do not understand, we are suffering from what we call the identity crisis. And I don't want to bore you with a lot of historical narration about how the white people came to Africa and they saw the concept was that we're not good enough, that black color is inferior, that our language is inferior, that it has to be English, we have to look Tush, American to be accepted, everything must be measured and placed alongside whatever is abroad. Our music must be rated, placed alongside Beyonce music. Everything with our film must be placed alongside Hollywood. Everything, they become our yardstick to greatness and success. First and foremost, we've not come to identify why we are black, why we are African, what has made us unique as Nigerians. And the first thing first, God did not make a mistake of creating us black people. God did not make a mistake of making us Nigerians. The first thing we must first of all discover is that God's divine purpose, He has made us to come to Nigeria. Because it's only through being a black man and being Nigeria that we can fully step into purpose and have global relevance. And in finding that identity, we must not therefore fall in love with our color. I am a black man, and it is a good thing. I fall in love with myself. I fall in love with the fact that I'm a Nigerian. No matter the way Nigeria is, we have made Nigeria what Nigeria is today. Everybody is on a rat race. That's why people want to steal. People just want to get enough to save for their children. Nobody cares about anything. Let me just eat and let me go. I do not care if other people have eaten or not. So that becomes the mentality we are having. But suddenly when something changes, when we begin to see ourselves that no, I'm a black man, I'm a black man with a purpose, then I'm a Nigerian sent to change Nigeria. Then with that mentality and with that mindset, then I go to the marketplace with the concept of value. I want to study a course around my purpose, so that I can create value that will change my environment, so that I can create value that will change the world. And then I begin to go, what cause will now help that purpose? Then I say, oh, the cause that will help the purpose is Yoruba. And people say, what is it? No, you won't understand. Yoruba is Yoruba. Oh, it's sociology. People ask, hey, you want sociology? Where will you work? You don't understand. It is sociology, it is psychology, it is physiology, it is philosophy, it is classic that will make this purpose come to pass. Then I go to university with that desire to acquire enough material to be able to get to that place of purpose. Then I go to lecture room, not afraid of my lecturer, but because I know that I want to get enough material to be able to be an asna that will belong to my world and make my country a better place. Then I go to school. I will be happy to go to school. I will not be scared. I will be happy to go to class because every class is getting me better. Every class is adding value to what I already have. Every class is equipping me further. Every class is making me better. So with that mentality, then I graduate. My focus is therefore not certificate. My focus is therefore not first class. If first class comes fine, my focus is to leave the university with everything I need to be able to be a value added in my generation. So when I go to that my country and everybody graduate with that mentality, then the rat race ends. Then when we do not find a job, we create one, because we are people of value. But the reason why a lot of people are looking for a job, because they have gone to study a course that is not in their purpose, that they do not like. They now went to a university they will never have study under a lecturer they detest, graduate with a certificate they do not like, then they now go to a workstation without passion. To now go and do a work they do not have passion for. They will now begin to push it every day. They now say, oh, thank God it's Friday. When they say, thank God it's Monday. The time to make impact. Thank you very much. Sorry for taking your time.
Wow. Okay, that's so insightful. So, to you, do you think Nigerians, or let me say, do you think Nigeria has a future, or would you say the teenagers we have now cannot handle Nigeria?
Please, can I have your question again, please?
Yes, do you think Nigeria has a future? This is Teens Banquet. I would like to know if Nigeria has a future and how we can unleash this potential.
Now, the future of Nigeria is in the hand of the young people. You and I. I'm even getting old. It is basically young people like you. Because we need to ask ourselves a question. Concept of value. If we were doing a twerking program today, a lot of young people will come here. What did you give away of 2,000 naira? One comedian, a lot of young people will rush here. You see, we can't go approaching life with that mentality and say that our country have a future. Listen to me. The situation is dark. I have been in education for more than 10 years. The situation is dark and terrible. I'm sorry. There is no white coating it. I do not see a light in the tunnel in a hurry. Because listen to me. Until people go for UTME lectures and pay every month and go to class with so much passion, and yet there's no exam to write, just in search for knowledge, then we can say we are getting close. Until people go to your school and go to my school and they want to get knowledge, not certificate. So the point now is this: if there will be a future for Nigeria, the future has to be taken. The future has to is in your hand, is in my hand. The situation is darker than you can imagine. First of all, we need to flush the mentality of a lot of people. We need to do a factory and mental reset for a lot of young people in this nation. We need to tell them that life is not about money. Sorry, are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So remove money from the equation. We are just a money-driven society. We are a consumption society. What am I going to eat now? Nobody cares about tomorrow. So for us, first of all, for me to say that whether there's a future for this country, listen to me. Let me tell you why I started making a difference, Africa. Let me tell you why I started making a difference, Africa. You see, I was going through a set of rumination, and I began to think and imagine. Then God took me in my heart on a journey. I went on a journey and I saw how the Europeans, how they came into greatness. I saw the Portuguese sailor, the Spanish sailor, then the English came with the concept of colonialism, and they were able to, whether legally or illegally, they took over the world. They became merchants and sell a lot of things, interchange and everything. They went to China, they took control of Hong Kong and everything. Then in that my journey, I saw the emergence in the 50s of the Americans. In fact, after the First World War, the Americans came. They came with the concept of globalization. Globally, and they became the concept of after the First World War. They rose after the Second World War. They became a force to reckon with, and they moved to economic power. In the last 10-15 years, we saw the emergence of the Asian tigers. You see, there used to be a time we and China and India were in the same level. Guess what? They've grown. And in my own thought process, in my thinking, God asked me a question. Who do you think is next? In the law of global rotation, we say if it was Europe, then Asia, then America, then Asia, the fourth on the list should be Africa. And God asked me a simple question. He said, look amongst you all, look around you. If greatness comes to Africa, who do you think will pioneer or push that greatness? When it becomes Africa's turn, you know what God told me? God said, look around you, what do you see? I said, God, what do I see? I said, I see men like baskets. When greatness is poured into them, it will be emptied. It was one of those things that cost me sleepless night. People begin to call me mad. It jumped my madness. I had to come with the concept of madness. No. And I said, all right. I had to leave my work as an accountant where I was paid quite a lot of money, went to take up a 10,000 naira job in teaching in one local school in Lagos, and I began that revolution. It has been a long, arduous task, and it has not been easy because the concept of changing people's mentality is one of the hardest things. I have lost. I had high blood pressure. I became asthmatic just because I wanted to change. Nothing affects me that when I see a young man without the right thinking faculty. Ọ̀gá ẹ ṣàwọn kó ẹ wá yahoo làwọn àṣẹ ẹ wo owó ló ń rè ní ìsinyìí o owó ló lè ṣe o ẹ wá o èmi gan slay gan. In our society, criminals are the popular guys. They have followers. Girls who promote nudity are the ones that have the highest followers on Instagram. With the people around here, then we can go towards having a future. But let me say this. Let me say this as a roundoff. Find purpose. Stick to it. A man said, set yourself on fire and let the world watch you burn. We will continue to tell people. And thank God about what Temi has been doing. Thank God about Teens Banquet. Thank God about you guys have joined the bandwagon of people who really want to move in the right mentality. Thank you very much. Right,
All right, thank you.
Then we have.
Is so great to have you on board. I know you have been a wonderful mentor and you have been a great speaker. So our audience can start sending in their questions now. I know they have many questions. Someone already asked me. You can start sending your questions now. So, sir, let's get quick into this. Let's go more fast. You are a filmmaker. I mean, a movie producer, and you told us a little bit about your story on how you wanted to be. You're an accountant and you had to resign and all that. So, how did you come about filmmaking? How did you come about filmmaking, considering that you are living a job worth thousands of naira? So how easy was it to come to deviate into filmmaking? Was it what you had passion for, or did you just feel that okay, this is the purpose of God for my life?
All right. A little bit on this on a memory lane. I grew up. Apologies to those that attend Deeper Life Bible Church. I grew up as a member of Deeper Life Bible Church, and around that time we're not allowed to watch television. But I love to watch TV, so we're locked in the house. I sneak to go and watch TV, and then I began to to think back in days then, BCS in Ibadan, Broadcasting Corporation for Young Ibadan, shows Indian film on Saturdays and Chinese film on Wednesday, work film on I think around Tuesday. We have wrestling on Thursday, then Saturday special early in the morning. We have this. Then we watch wrestling. So back then we were not allowed to watch TV. It was hard to watch TV. So what I did then was that I would go under my bed and then I began to create stories for myself. I began to imagine stories, and in my mind I created a lot of beautiful stories, and I acted in those stories myself. I remember in my mind then I dated the most beautiful girl in my class. In my mind, I never got to go and speak to her. I traveled to America in my mind. I achieved a lot of great things. I became the president of this country, the youngest, in my mind. I was creating those stories and everything. And when I eventually had the opportunity of acting as a stage actor, then one thing led to the other. I went to Lagos, and at the back of my house was actually the home base of Nollywood. And it was easy for me to just sneak in and get it. It has always been my vision. So as time goes on, I found out that as an actor, I was not that so I acted on Tinsel, thereabout, and it wasn't that successful until I discovered writing. So I became more successful as a writer. I also did directing, but I became more successful as a writer. And all of those for me and everything. And I've used my films and some of the stories I've been writing and to create a movie on COVID-19 and celebrating and our nurses. And by the grace of God, hopefully, once this pandemic is over, and what we celebrate are the wonderful people who have done. So I've written a lot of stories. I've written stories on Ebola, and which also are going to come out to show. So my stories, my film are also giving me an opportunity to reach out to a larger audience and also to share some of this philosophy. My one word is purpose, to share purpose with them. Thank you very much.
All right, sir. All right, it's good to have you, sir. I hope that the teenagers out there have listened to you, take to whatever you're saying. I guess the network there is not too friendly. Likewise, this is too. So, I would like to hear your final words in just a few seconds. Your final words.
All right, my final word. I want to speak to you guys, and I want to do a breakdown fast for you on purpose. Number in every purpose, there's a vision. Vision is God's divine agenda for your life, for the whole world. God's vision for the world is to have a place for fellowship and for residence. Is to have a place for fellowship and residence. Now, the second thing is mission. Mission is therefore your assignment tailored to that, fulfilling that vision. It could be medicine, finding a profession in medicine, using the medical and everything. Now, the third one is commission. There are things you must commit to. These are the principles, and the principles of life. You cannot just enter your purpose without understanding what are the principles, what are the things I must do, what are the things, what are the knowledge, what are the things I must acquire to enter purpose. You don't just fall into purpose. There are commission, things you must commit to. And the third one is the fourth one. Commissions. Life is all about do and don't. Life is about do's and don't, principles and commandments. Those are the manuals, those are stuff that are in your manual. The things you should do and the things we should not do. Are you getting me, Napona? And the last but not the least is your provision. Provision is what is made available for your purpose. And listen to me, until you find your vision, know your vision, find your mission, understand your commission, and also commit to your omissions, you cannot access fully your purpose. Also understand that your purpose can be localized. You can localize your purpose to your local environment. Your purpose can be localized to your state or to national. But you can also have a global purpose. Are you getting my point now? And your purpose will determine your provision, the extent of your mission. If it's a local mission, we give you local provision. If it's a global mission, we will give you a global provision. Please don't forget, for every purpose there is a vision, there is a mission, there is a commission, there is an omission, then there is a provision for it. Provision comes last, not first. So don't take provision. Take your mission.
I
Thank you very
actually
much.
got it out. So we have a question here, sir. What can we do in a discouraging situation to achieving vision? There is a question for you by
Yes,
Adeobi.
question.
It said, what can we do in this discouraging situation to achieving vision?
All right, I love Adeobi. We live in a discouraging situation called Nigeria. Nigeria, for God's sake, you are born in a place where there is no power supply, there's no water, you are not sure of getting a job. Lecturers are out there to sleep with you in order to give you a mark you rightly deserve. People want you to bribe you. They want you to pay 400,000 to get a job in a corporate organization. They are discouraging. Everything in this nation is discouraging. Everything in this nation is discouraging. But listen to me. Bible says, where sin abound, grace much more abound. It is only this kind of situation that can raise giants. Don't give up on your vision. Say, we need rugged people. My brother once told me, we need brave people in this nation. People who will be the last man standing. People who will be listen to me, you will not be popular. We are surrounded by people who do not even understand their vision, let alone follow their vision. So when you begin to follow your vision, become other. They nickname you like they nickname me, Mad P. Madman. So I have to even call myself mad before you say I'm mad. How do you get my point? So you must not give up on your vision. Listen to me. The salvation of this nation lies in you discovering your vision. And that is why, if you do not know your vision, then abuse is inevitable. And like Tammy used to share with us anytime she gives a lecture, that one of the richest points of art on earth, is the grave. And one of the things she used to say is that your background should not put your back to the ground. So no matter the accusation, please. Because when we get to the grave, we see a lot of people whose vision died with them. A lot of people with the richest corporation. A lot of people with the best healthcare facility. All of it died with them. We are surrounded by a lot of people who will never reach and achieve their vision. Please, I don't want you to be part of them. Please, I don't want you to be part of them. Follow your vision. Even if you do not break through, somebody can take the baton from you and continue the journey. That is why America has risen to be great. Not because somebody achieved it to the end, but somebody took it from where Michael Faraday took electricity, took it further. Somebody took where the Wright brothers created the aircraft and took it further. Somebody took where Charles Babbage did the computer and took it further. Make sure you at least do get your vision to a line we can hand it over to the next generation. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, sir. It has been an awesome time out with you. You see, I got one thing right. I got it jotted down. It is only this kind of situation that we can raise giants. So I guess teenagers would have that in mind, that they should set themselves on fire to change the world. All right, thank you very much, sir. Thank you for being always available for. I hope that
somebody asks a question.
Next we call you, you'll be able to answer us, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Sorry, I'm trying to raise observation. I saw somebody wrote a question about pain and gain. The thing actually scrolled up. I don't know if you saw the question. I didn't catch the question.
Oh, okay. The question is, what are your thoughts on pain to gain? Pain to gain.
What are my what?
What are your thoughts on pain to gain? I
Well,
guess
listen
you've
to
already answered that.
good.
Okay.
No pain, there can't be gain. Where there is no trial, there can't be triumph. Where there is no test, there can't be testimony. Where there is no shame, there won't be fame. Because naturally, obscurity will come before celebrity. And listen to me, Miyawa Kenji said we should all embrace pain and pushes us to gain.
All
No
right.
pain, no gain.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. It has been an awesome
Thank you
moment
very
with
much,
you, sir.
Banquet.
All right.
I hope we do this next year at the International Conference Center.
Yes, sir. Very soon, sir. All right. Thank you, sir. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
So that's Tola Bolaji that we had earlier, and he's been able to share some major ideas on purpose. He's a life coach, and he's been able to talk about vision. You know, understand your vision, understand your commission, and you know, understand yourself, because purpose is a gift. Then see vision as an assignment. As an assignment is very important. Then set yourself on fire. It is only this kind of situation that we can raise giants. We understand the present situation um, in the country. So he said it is only in this kind of situation that we can raise giants. Sorry we couldn't get through um, to Ojo Aderemi. He tendered his apology earlier, and he made mention of some things too. Talked about discipline, talked about selflessness as a leader. You know, you have to be disciplined. You need self-discipline. You need to self-discipline yourself. Then you need to be a selfless leader. Then you need a conviction. You need to have a conviction on, okay, what kind of leader am I? What kind of leader do I look up to becoming? So that's it. So this year's Teens Banquet is over, and please follow us on all our social media platforms. Use the hashtag. We will share you the audio of all the discussions we had today very soon, and you can also still watch this, because we're going to be saving this, so you can download. You can have a screenshot and post on your social media handles. Of course, don't forget that leadership. You are a leader in every area. You can be a leader of an organization. You can be a leader of a team. You can be a leader in wherever you find yourself. You can always be a leader, but a leader with purpose is very important, and that is the major reason why we are bringing this on this year. So please have it in mind that you must be a leader with purpose, and you must be a leader with you know, self-development yourself first. So that's a wrap for this year's Teens Banquet. It's been an awesome time out. Thanks to all our speakers, thanks to all the volunteers, thanks to Teens Banquet team. I have a wonderful team, and they have been doing a good work. They have been doing a great work to put this together. Thank you all for the time out. Thank you all for having passion for teenagers. And to the teenagers out there, it's very important that you groom yourself. You groom yourself, just like all the speakers have said earlier. There's the need to develop yourself. There's the need to find out God's purpose for you. Everything revolves around you, so there's the need to find out what gifts God has embedded in you. It's very important. Then you can now start developing that gift. So don't forget, next year is another time out, and I'm sure by the grace of God, next year would not there won't be any pandemic that will deter us from having an awesome program next year. But this year is not over yet, so let's still hope on God. So take that chance to be a passionate leader, take that chance to find purpose, do whatever you can to find your purpose, do whatever you can to make yourself a great leader. Don't forget, they say you are the leaders of tomorrow, but according to Chine said you are the leaders of now. So start acting like the leaders of now. It's very important. Start acting like the leaders of now. You have to be responsible for your own self. You have to be emotional and intelligent. And leadership does not entail gender, whatever that we have, whatever misconceptions we have about gender on leadership. It's very important. Whether you're a boy, whether you're a girl, if you have the passion for something, go for it and develop yourself. So thank you very much for this awesome time out. I hope to hear from you soon. Don't forget, use the hashtag LFP2020 and give the summary of the whole discussions we have today and get a chance to win something special. Thank you very much. My name remains Oyeniyi Temiloluwa, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.